again and welcome. Yes, welcome back. Class 266, right? Right, Marta? 266, yes. I lose count sometimes. I mean, as I get older and older, I lose touch more and more with current realities. My memories are things from the long past. But welcome to class 266. We are on page 264. Can you believe it? Maybe, hey, between you and me, maybe I can pass to page 266, and in that case, the page coincides with the class number. Yeah, Marta, can I do that? She says yes. Let's see. But page 266 is still yet already anymore. That's easy. But let's do it anyway. Okay, I'm going to roll down my sleeves. I just rolled them up at the beginning of the class, but I'm going to roll them back down. So, tell me to roll them down. Richard, roll down your sleeves, please. Yeah, but which one do you want me to start with? Excuse me. Which one do you want me to start with? With al final. Se llama precolocación de la preposición para la afirmación. I want you to start with your right sleeve. Okay. Now, have I started yet? No, you haven't started yet. Am I still trying to make up my mind? Yes, I'm still trying to decide or to make up my mind to start. Okay, I'm going to start. Watch. I'm going to start. Richard, yeah? You told me you were going to start. Wow, you used the past continuous well. We're going to. Yes, I told you I was going to start, but I changed my mind. Cambié de opinión. I changed my mind. I told you I was going to start, but I decided to wait. So, yes, so I told you I was going to do it, and I told you I was going to do it. And I'm going to do it, I promise. A promise is a promise, but I haven't started yet. Do you want me to start? You do? All right. Good. I'm rolling down my sleeve. Have I finished yet? No, I haven't finished yet. Am I still rolling down my right sleeve? Yes, you are. Okay, there. Have I finished? Have I already finished? No, Richard, you haven't finished yet. Yes, I have. You haven't buttoned your cuff yet. My cuff? Yeah, you haven't buttoned your cuff yet. Oh, yeah, I need to button my cuff. So, what am I doing? You're buttoning your cuff. Un americano diría, you're buttoning your cuff. But Queen's English, you're buttoning your cuff. All right. Now, do you want me to roll down my other sleeve? You do. You want me to roll it down. But you want me to roll it down with my left hand. I can't do that. I can't roll down my left sleeve with my left hand. I need to use my right hand. So, can I use my right hand? All right. Have I started yet? No, Richard, you haven't started yet. All right. And now, have I started yet? Yes. You've already. You have. You've already. Enlacemos. You've already evolved. You've already started. But you haven't finished yet. Which means, right, I'm still rolling down my sleeve. That's right. And now, have I finished yet? No, you haven't finished yet. Why not? Because you're still, well, you're not rolling down your sleeve yet, but you haven't buttoned your cuff yet. Well, tell me to button it. Button. Fíjate como casi todos los angloparlantes decimos button. Casi nadie dice button. Creo que nadie, eh? Marta, do you say button? Well, Marta's sevillana. They say los botones. Okay. So I'm going to button. This is button, okay? Don't try to emulate me. But you'll see button. You'll hear button. Si fueran hechos de algodón, sería a cotton button. This is a cotton button. This is a cotton button. It's made of cotton. Now, English-speaking people say it's a cotton button. Cotton button. Yes, everywhere, even in Scotland, I think. So I'm trying to button my left sleeve. So, have I rolled down my sleeves yet? Yes, Richard. You have already rolled down your sleeves. Great. Am I still rolling them down? No, you're not rolling them down anymore. Okay. Now this black pencil is a ship. All right? It's a ship. It's not a pencil. It looks like a pencil, but it's not. It's really a ship. And is going from the port of Southampton on the southern coast of England. The southern, northern, eastern, western, la TH vibrada como mother, father, southern, northern. Southampton is an important port on the southern coast of England. Now, this ship, it's not a pencil, I repeat. It looks like a pencil, but it's not. This ship is going to go from Southampton to the port of New York. It's going to cross the North Atlantic like the Titanic, but it's not going to sink like the Titanic because it's crossing it's the middle of the summertime. Right now, we're in January, I think. But this is in the middle of the summer, so we have no problems with icebergs. Icebergs. Okay, icebergs. So this ship is going to cross the Atlantic, but it hasn't started yet. It hasn't left the port of Southampton yet. It's still in port. It's still in the port. Se puede decir los dos. It's still in port. It hasn't left yet. It's still in the port. However, now, yes. Now it's left. It has left. Contracción, it's. It's left. It's left the port. It's not in the port anymore. It's already just south of Ireland, crossing the North Atlantic. Yes, but it hasn't reached the midway point yet. It hasn't reached the midway point yet. It's still sailing, navegando. But it has already left the port, but it hasn't reached the midway point yet. It's still on the way. Now, yes. Now, is it still in the port? No, it's not in the port anymore. Has it reached the midway point yet? Yes, it has already reached the midway point. Is it still just south of Ireland? No, it's not south of Ireland anymore. It has already passed Ireland. In fact, it passed Ireland 2 days ago. And where is it now? It's in the North Atlantic, at the midway point. But has it reached New York yet? No, it hasn't reached New York yet. Is it still on the way? Yes, it's still on the way. But has it left the port yet in Southampton? Yes, it's already left the port. Is it still south of Ireland? It's not south of Ireland anymore. And now, has it reached the port of New York yet? Not quite. ¿Cómo? Not quite. ¿Eso qué es? Not quite. Not quite means casi casi, pero no. It's the same as almost, basically, or nearly. It has almost reached the port of New York, but not quite. Por los pelos no llega. Cuando decimos not quite. It's very common. Not quite. It's still in the North Atlantic. But is it closer to New York or closer to Southampton? Well, it's a lot closer to New York. Well, has it reached New York yet? Not yet. It hasn't reached New York yet. It's still on the way. Is it still at the midway point? No, it's not at the midway point anymore. It was 2 days ago, but now it's approaching New York, and it's getting closer and closer. It's getting closer and closer, and it's getting farther and farther away from England and from Ireland. As it gets closer, as aquí, dos letritas, as, conforme se acerca, as it gets closer to New York, it gets farther away from England. It's interesting, phenomenon there. As it gets closer to New York, it gets farther away from England and farther away from Ireland. It's not close to Ireland anymore. It's not close to England anymore. A few days ago, it was quite close to Ireland. It was just south of Ireland, but it's not south of Ireland anymore. Now it's getting closer and closer to New York, but it's not there yet. It's still in the open sea. Now, presto, has it reached New York yet? Yes, it has. It has already reached the port of New York. Is it still on the open sea? In mar abierto? No, it's not on the open sea anymore. It's in New York Harbor, in New York Harbor. What's the difference between harbor and port? Don't worry about it. Basically, a harbor is a natural port, and a port is dredged, dragado, to open for the ships. That's the port. Port is more technical. Harbor is natural. Really? Wow. What's the biggest harbor in the world? How am I supposed to know? I think Sydney, Australia is the biggest harbor in the world. Really? What's the second biggest harbor? I think maybe New York City. It's enormous. Have you been to New York City? No, I haven't gone yet. Oh, are you planning to go? Yes, I'm planning to go. When are you planning to go to New York? Sometime in the future. Oh, okay. But you haven't decided yet when. No, I haven't decided yet. And has the ship reached New York yet? Yes, the ship has already reached New York. Is it still on the open seas? No, it's not on the open sea anymore. Is it still in England? No, it's not in England anymore. That was a long time ago. No, it wasn't. It was only 6 days ago. How long did it take the ship to cross the Atlantic? Well, if you said it was 6 days ago, then it took the ship 6 days to cross the Atlantic. Yeah. How long did it take the Titanic to cross the Atlantic? The Titanic didn't make it to New York. Make? Didn't make it. Lograr llegar, we say to make it. The Titanic never reached New York City. It sank along the way at the halfway point, the midway point. All right. Did it leave Southampton? I think so. I think it left Southampton. Did it cross south of Ireland? Well, yes and no. The Titanic stopped in Ireland, in Cove, near Cork, in the south of Ireland. And more passengers came on, and then it continued. But in this case, no. Our black ship has already reached New York. It's not in England anymore. It's not on the high seas anymore. Okay, yet already. In Spanish, mira, todavía estoy aquí. La clase no ha terminado todavía. I'm still here. The class hasn't ended yet. Claro, en este caso, mira, todavía estoy aquí porque la clase no ha terminado todavía. ¿Por qué todavía estoy aquí? Porque la clase no ha terminado todavía. En español usáis todavía en ambos casos. En inglés no. I'm still here because the class hasn't ended yet. Okay? So I'm still. Todavía en el sentido de continúo. Sigo aquí. En ese sentido de continuidad, we say still. Still. I'm still alive. I haven't died yet. Sigo vivo. No he muerto todavía. I'm still alive. I haven't died yet. I'm still in the class because the class hasn't ended yet. However, the class has already started. Yes. But it hasn't ended yet. Fíjate con las cosas end, las personas finish. I haven't finished the class yet. This class will end when I finish it. End is un verbo impersonal, finish personal. Vamos, terminar o acabar. So, I'm still sitting in front of the camera. I'm still sitting in front of you. I'm still trying to teach you English. And you're still trying to learn English. Yes, the never-ending story. But the class hasn't ended yet. And the class hasn't ended yet because I haven't finished the class yet. And Marta hasn't shown the final countdown yet. So we're still together. We are still together. Yes, the class has already started, but the class is still in session. So, sí, todavía estoy aquí porque no hemos terminado todavía. I'm still here because we haven't finished yet. ¿Y hemos terminado ya? Ahora, este ya en castellano sigue siendo yet en inglés. Have we finished yet? ¿Hemos terminado ya? No, we haven't finished yet. Es curioso. In Spanish, you say, oye, ¿hemos terminado ya? In a direct question. If it's a negative question, oye, no hemos terminado todavía. When it's a negative question, you use todavía. When it's an affirmative question. When it's a straight interrogative, you use ya. ¿Hemos terminado ya? ¿Que ya? Yeah. Have we finished yet? No, we haven't finished yet. Have you had lunch yet? Me. Que si he comido ya. Fíjate que se dice ya. ¿Has comido ya? Have you eaten yet? No, I haven't had lunch yet. I haven't eaten yet. Yes. I'm going to pick up the microphone. That one, the big one, not this one. Have I done it yet? ¿Lo he hecho ya? No, you haven't done it yet. Am I going to do it? Well, you're telling me that you're going to do it. Fine. But have I done it yet? ¿Lo he hecho ya? Fíjate, en español se dice ya, pero en inglés yet. No, I haven't done it yet, pero no lo he hecho todavía. ¿Lo has hecho ya? No, no lo he hecho todavía. Have you done it yet? No, I haven't done it yet. Say yet en ambos casos. En la pregunta siempre yet. O sigues con la intención de hacerlo, en este caso still. Do you still plan to pick up the microphone? Yes, I still plan, or I'm still planning to pick up the microphone, but I haven't done it yet. No? Well, when are you going to do it? When I feel like it. Cuando me dé la gana. Cuando me apetezca. What, Richard, do you feel like picking up the microphone? Yes, I do. I really feel like picking up the microphone. Richard, is it a burning desire? Yeah, it's a burning desire. Un deseo abrasador. To pick up the microphone. I'm going to pick it up. But when are you going to pick it up? Why haven't you picked it up yet? I haven't picked it up yet because I just don't feel like picking it up yet. Well, when are you going to feel like picking it up? Oh, when I make up my mind. ¿Cuando haces qué? When I make up my mind. Cuando haces arriba tu mente. ¿Eso qué significa? What does that mean? What does make up your mind mean? Cuando me decida. When I make up my mind. But Richard, do you have trouble making up your mind? Usually not. Usually I'm a very decisive, resolute person. But right now, concerning this silly microphone, I'm having trouble making up my mind. I haven't decided yet. Well, yes, you've decided. You've already decided. Okay, I've already decided, but I haven't decided yet when to pick it up. Well, I have a suggestion. You have a suggestion. Well, what's your suggestion? Why don't you pick it up right now? Okay. Which hand do you want me to pick it up with? My left hand or my right hand? Well, Richard, which hand is closer to the microphone? My left hand. Well, then why don't you pick it up with your left hand? Okay. Have I started yet? No, you haven't started yet. Now, have I started yet? Yes, I think you've started. Have I picked it up yet? No, you're still moving towards the microphone. Now, have I grasped the microphone yet? Yes, you have. Have I picked it up yet? No, you haven't. Have I picked it up yet? Yes, you have. You've already picked it up. And where is it now? It's in your left hand. No, it's not. It's in both hands. It's in both hands. Well, it was in your left hand a second ago. No, 5 seconds ago. Now it's in both hands. Now tell me to put it back. Oh no, let's not do this. Tell me to put it back. Richard, put it back, please. Could you be a bit more polite? Richard, could you please put the microphone back? Yeah. Can you say it a different way? Could you please put the, that's the same way. I said say it a different way. Don't say could you please. All right, Richard, would you mind putting the microphone back? No, I wouldn't mind. Yeah, sure. What am I doing? You're putting the microphone back. Yeah, but have I finished putting it back yet? No, you haven't finished yet. Am I still putting it back? Yes, you're still putting it back. It's heavy, eh? All right. Have I put it back yet? No, you haven't put it back yet. Put it back, please. All right. Have I put it back yet? Yes, you've already put it back. All right. Am I still holding it in both hands? No, you're not holding it in both hands anymore. Am I still holding it in my left hand? No, you're not holding it in your left hand anymore. Am I still putting it back? You're not putting it back anymore. You've finished. I've already finished. You've finished completely. Yeah. Richard, yes? How much time do we have left? We have 5 minutes left. Would you mind changing the subject? Fine, but have we changed the subject yet? I don't know. Yeah, you're still teaching the same thing. I'm still teaching still yet already anymore because for 46 years, my students never use them correctly. Why? Probably because you say, ya. ¿Has comido ya? Of course. Have you eaten yet? There are two answers. Yes, I've already eaten. Fonética, conectividad silábica. I've already eaten is one possibility. The second possibility is no, I haven't eaten yet. But the question includes yes. Have you eaten yet? Yes, I've already eaten. No, I haven't eaten yet. Has the class ended yet? No, the class hasn't ended yet, or, in caso de que sí, the class has already ended. Now, if the class hasn't ended yet, it means the class is still in session. It means I'm still here. It means I'm still teaching you. It means we're still using the book. We're on page 267. Is Paul Newman still alive? No, he's not. He's not alive anymore. He died about 10 years ago or 12 years ago. Is Ferdinand of Aragon still alive? No. He died a long time ago. When did he die? Excuse me? When did he die? When did he die? Do-a-dee-dee-dee-dum-dee-dee-do. When did he die? Fíjate la dureza de la D inglesa. When did he die? Ferdinand of Aragon. He died in 1516. Oh. Did he die after Christopher Columbus or before? He died 10 years after Christopher Columbus, which means Columbus died in 1506. Is that correct? That's right. And why did Christopher Columbus go to the New World? Well, the first time is because Ferdinand and Isabella financed his trip. And how did he convince them? Well, I have an interesting story. Some people think Christopher Columbus is from Italy, from Genoa. Some people think he's from Portugal. Some people think he's from Pontevedra. But he's from Mallorca. No, yes. And before Isabella married Ferdinand, when she was a young teenager, she was in love with Carlos de Viana, Prince de Viana, who was the half-brother of Ferdinand and a lot older. But King Juan de Aragon, he put his son under house arrest on the island of Mallorca. Bajo arresto domiciliario, under house arrest on the island of Mallorca. And there was a young girl who served him food and took care of him in Mallorca. And they had a relationship and a baby was born. That baby grew up in was Christopher Columbus. And Isabel of Castile knew that Christopher Columbus was the son of the man she originally loved. And that's why, como se dice, es por eso, por lo que? And that's why she convinced her husband, Ferdinand of Aragon, to finance this man and his 3 ships, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria, to cross the Atlantic to discover a new world. But Christopher Columbus's wife was against it. And she said, "Darling Chris, why go off and discover new worlds when here in Spain and in the world we already have so much poverty, so many problems? Why do you go off to discover new worlds?" And Christopher Columbus said, "It's because it's necessary." Like La NASA, they go up, discover, they send probes to Mars, they send satellites to the moon. Why? Because it's necessary. Interesting story to finish a silly class about still yet already knew more. See you tomorrow.